Hi, I'm Dan Barron, Tech Service Director for New Farm, and today we're going to talk about a new product, WeedMaster XHL from New Farm. So what is WeedMaster XHL? It's a unique patented combination of dual salt 2,4-D and diglycolamine dicamba. Now, many of you probably recognize WeedMaster. It's been in the market for many years, a leading product in pasture and burn down applications. And one of the things you'll notice right away is with WeedMaster XHL, it is a higher load formulation, 5 pounds per gallon total active ingredient. That's 3.75 pounds of 2,4-D and 1.25 pounds of dicamba. So when you compare that to the old WeedMaster, you're getting a 20% lower use rate or a 20% higher loaded product. In addition, there's some other features and new benefits with WeedMaster XHL. It has reduced volatility because this has diglycolamine dicamba versus the traditional dimethylamine formulation of dicamba. So it brings in a less volatile form of dicamba. Some other unique attributes of this formulation: it has a lower odor. We'll show some items here around greater stability even at low temperatures. It has excellent tank mixing compatibility, especially with the potassium salt of glyphosates and many other of the features and benefits that you've come to know with WeedMaster. One of the unique attributes of WeedMaster XHL is that it has superior cold storage stability. Now, when you have a higher load amine formulation, traditionally you're going to run into many challenges. Now, with the dual salt platform of WeedMaster XHL, we've overcome many of these challenges. First of all, what you'll notice is much improved cold storage stability. You can see here in the two vials we have WeedMaster XHL that's been stored for 9 months at 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and really the formulation is holding up extremely well. Traditionally what you'd see, as you can see on the right with a standard 2,4-D amine formulation, if you have it below freezing for any significant amount of time, here it's 3 months, you'll start to see crystals form. And so that's one of the benefits of the dual salt technology found in WeedMaster XHL. Now, as we mentioned, it's a higher load formulation. So those of you that are familiar with using WeedMaster, the traditional rate of say 2 pints per acre, now you're only going to be using 1.6 pints per acre. So again, that's a 20% rate reduction because of the higher loading of WeedMaster XHL in comparison to traditional formulations. Now, what about field performance? Now, much of our WeedMaster is used in southern Bermuda grass pasture management as well as in burn down. So we've evaluated the new WeedMaster XHL formulation and have compared it to the traditional formulation of WeedMaster that many of you are familiar with. And as expected, whether looking at low rates or high rates, the performance of WeedMaster XHL has been on par with what you've come to expect out of WeedMaster. Similarly, we've also looked at crop safety, again with WeedMaster being such a staple in pasture management. The WeedMaster XHL has performed very well, not only on efficacy, but also on Bermuda grass and grass pasture safety, as you would expect out of dicamba and 2,4-D. Another important point, obviously WeedMaster used extensively in burn down applications and in fallow situations. And as we look at more 2,4-D and dicamba being used in various crop traits, I think it's important to point out the importance of combinations of 2,4-D and dicamba, such as what we have with WeedMaster XHL. It just brings much quicker activity, and it also broadens the spectrum out when you look at weeds across a number of different species. So again, from a resistance management and just overall efficacy, the combination products are the way to go in burn down situations. So again, why WeedMaster XHL? It's a superior formulation. It has a concentrated high load that requires 20% lower use rates. And again, it brings in all the tank mix compatibility as well as low odor and cold storage stability. If you have more questions or want to find out more about WeedMaster XHL or other New Farm products, you can find us online at newfarm.com/uscrop. Thank you.